Would you pay £35 a night for a CL? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. That is the question of the day. Now, if you've been a viewer for a while, you'll know that both of my boys have hit their teenage years now. There's a few years between them, but basically they've deserted me when it comes to caravan trips, unless they've got an ulterior motive, of course. That they have to go in the caravan to visit some sort of specialist shop or faraway place or whatever it is to get me or the husband part with our hard-earned cash. Anyway, what I've been trying to do over the last year, 18 months or so, is try and do a lot more solo trips. And I tend to schedule those around business meetings or events, those sort of things that I'd have to go to anyway, and I'd otherwise have to book a hotel. So I'm trying to be efficient, I guess. I've got an event coming up in late September. That's out of peak season, and I've been having a look at nearby sites and that I can take the caravan along to. I'm trying to give a preference to CLs, of course, and CSs, because they're usually much more peaceful and quiet, and they just don't look like big car parks, do they? That some of the really big club sites can look just like that. So it's a bit more of an adventure as well. And you're not quite sure what you're going to get. Anyway, for this meeting in September, I found what I thought looks like the ideal site. It is literally half a mile away from the university I'm going to be working at. So it's easily walkable, or I could take my bike even, because if you've ever tried working at a university, you will know that parking is just impossible. So, being able to stay that close is really, really a godsend. Anyway, I had a bit of a shock when I looked at the price. It's £35 a night, and it looks like just a normal grass field. No hard landscaping, no fancy landscaping, no sort of trees, hedges, tropical gardens, that sort of thing. And it looks like it's around the back of some sort of mini business industrial estate sort of thing, maybe a converted barn, some sort of ex-farm, not currently a working farm. There might be a freshwater hookup on each pitch, or there might be a couple of them around. Anyway, 4 miles to the east is a simple off-grid CL site. That's £10 a night, but it's full at the moment. Certainly when I phoned them recently, it's full on the nights that I want. There's also a club site 2 or 3 miles to the south of the £35 a night CL. The club site, of course, has the usual facilities block, normal hard standings, and the normal hard standing pitch there is £25 just for me for those nights. Fully serviced, I can get at £29.50. So £29.50 versus £35. Anyway, I would rather stay at the CL. So I sent a really carefully worded, polite email to the owner, because I do want to stay there after all and not just pee somebody off. I asked them if I understood correctly what facilities they offered, whether they realised it was fewer facilities but they cost more than the nearby big club site, and I asked whether they'd be prepared to offer a reduction in the £35 fee, because of course that expects 2 people, in view of the fact that I'll be just one, and obviously I'll use less water and electric, although I'll take up the same space, but I will use less of those things and make less waste. Anyway, the email was clearly well enough worded, because the owners come back to me and they've offered a £5 a night reduction. So that still makes them 50p per night more expensive than the fully serviced club pitch on hard standing. But it's a CL and it's incredibly convenient for where I'm going. So it has that in its favour. Anyway, this particular university that I'm going to for this work thing at the end of September is a regular customer, which means I'm off there again tomorrow. So I'm going to pop into the CL and check exactly what they've got on offer. I'm not going to take you with me, and I'm not going to say where it is or the name of the CL or any of that sort of stuff, because the purpose of this video is not to wreck somebody's business. I don't want to do that at all. What I want to do is ask you guys whether you would pay £35 for a grass pitch with electric hookup, possibly with freshwater hookup, not with any grey waste hookup. I think that's normal sort of disposal. In the normal way anyway. And then once I've looked around it tomorrow, I will come back to you sort of live and tell you if it is what it says it is in the book. So grass pitches, most of which have water hookups, but you have to dispose of your grey waste. Anyway, you'll next see me in my van having finished my work for the day and having looked around the CL. So cut to that bit of the video. Well, I've checked it out. It is a nice field, and it's lovely mown, and the pitches are well laid out and all that sort of stuff. It's not a massive field, you'd still be able to see and hear your neighbours. I mean, you probably have a space that was 2 or 3 times the size of a normal club pitch, something like that. Each pitch had electric hookup on it and water hookup, fresh water. I'm not quite sure where the grey went. There was no specific thing labelled grey waste, or whether you're allowed to just vent it in the hedges, as some CLs let you do. But anyway, that's what it was. There was nothing particularly fantastic, special. You know, it wasn't landscape like the tropical gardens of Heligan or something. Perfectly pleasant, but 35 quid a night? I don't think so. Anyway, would you pay it? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. And as I said, it will be interesting to see whether people are prepared to pay it. The site owner did come out while I was there and said they had a steady trickle of people coming through who were prepared to pay it, although it was empty at the time. What's really interesting is there's another one, another CL, that's a basic off-grid site, and I think that's £10 a night, up from the 7 that it was a few years ago. So just a basic off-grid site, you know, just a tap in the corner somewhere, 5 miles away. So would you pay 3 times as much to have electric hookup and water hookup? So there we go. It was absolutely as advertised. Would you pay £35 a night for a grass pitch with water hookup and electric hookup for 2 people? Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And then let me close off this video by giving you a bit of an update. And that's that long-term viewers will probably have realised by now I've slowed down a bit in terms of the uploads. I was managing to do once a week because I had a lot of things to say, but over the past few months I've come down to once a fortnight. That's because I've been so busy with work, which is a wonderful thing. You know, I enjoy what I do and I work for myself, so as the phrase goes, I'm going to make hay whilst the sun shines in the pouring rain here in the UK. But sadly for that channel, it means the uploads might be a bit sporadic, certainly over the next few months towards the end of the year. I've got loads and loads of footage, particularly around the modular units that I've built for the tow van, because remember, that's a Caravelle, that's the sort of person carrier version of the van. It's not a full camper van. And that suits us really well as a family of 4 with 2 teens. But I do occasionally like to take it away just as the van, so it has to double as an occasional camper van as well. So it needs to be comfy for that, obviously, and warm and cozy and all that sort of stuff. I've also been having a really good sort out of the caravan, getting rid of all the accumulated family clutter that you gather without noticing, and then making it work even better for shorter trips with fewer people, because that's the style of holidaying that the caravan's now servicing. Not you know, occasional trips of 2 weeks or more, but much more frequent and short trips, mainly with just me. That means I'm not lugging around excess weight, well, in terms of the caravan anyway, and wasting fuel, and all that footage has been recorded. I just need to find some time to edit it and share it all with you. So that will be coming up over the next few months, as well as any trips I do, of course, and the tow van modular units and so on. So as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you aren't already, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm, and there are a lot of you that are not subscribed, so I'd be grateful if you just press that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, and that'll tell you every time there's a new upload. And as I said, they're going to have to be a bit sporadic for the next few months, so apologies for that, but if you press the bell icon you will know when they come out, and you won't have to go and look on the channel and see if I've got my act together or not. Anyway, that is all for this video, so thanks for tuning in, and catch you when I see you. So bye for now, everyone. See ya. Bye.